Welcome to the Rich Flow of Life podcast. Join Valerie Kanay, the award-winning authority author, as she takes you on a journey for your personal evolution. Valerie Kanay talks to enlightened featured guests who hold the keys to unlock your unique life situation. They each bring to the table their very powerful personal spin to inspire and empower you to learn to step up your game into the rich flow of life.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Valerie Kanay, and today our featured guest is Sockalingam PrabaHaran, who I'm so proud, pleased, and honored to have joining us. He is a real living treasure, and he's the award-winning author of the international best-selling book entitled Achieve, and it's all about the secrets from successful entrepreneurs. PrabraHaran is also a professional speaker, but most importantly for this particular program, he is a wealth coach at the Achievers Wealth Institute, where they teach how to improve and fix your credit for your financial freedom, as well as how to buy one property each and every year towards your financial freedom. But now, wait a minute here. Let's just take a deeper look into things, because I want to find out more about his training sessions, the wealth workshops, the bus tours, and oh wow, there's so much more that we're going to find out as we dive in deep with Mr. PrabaHaran. But let me tell you one thing that he told me that excites me and fascinates me to out of this world, that it is his mission to create 1 million millionaires. So on that note, welcome, Mr. PrabaHaran.
Thank you, Valerie. So you gave me an excellent opportunity to meet you and listen you. So you are a wonderful and great, awesome lady I've ever met. And let's talk about a few things that, as I mentioned to you before, that I came to Canada in close to 20 years back. I came up with $1,000 and I didn't know anyone here except my wife. So when I came, only thing I need one Pentium PC and one TV. Those days when I spent those two, I spent everything I had. Almost I spent $1,000 to buy those two. So within the following day, I became broke.
So now this is one of those things. You're a wealth coach now. But what you're explaining is that things were not so easy always, and they were not so great. So keep on going.
Yeah. So the following day that I was living with my wife, Valerie. She was here before me, and she was getting $595, and we were getting that welfare to support our daily needs. So out of that, $580 goes to our rental, and we have to live with $10. You know that living with $10 is not easy.
Nobody can to do it.
One day I was living in my friend's apartment, and I was overlooking the traffic. And I said, everyone got something to do except me. You know, the people get into that kind of situation oftenly. Then I figured out that what I can do. So I just went and talked to all these banks. I know them. They have lots of big bucks. Then I figured out, oh my God, they have lots of money to give, but we are not profiling ourselves to get the money. So then I figured out the secret called OPM.
OPM?
Yes. The OPM means that other people's money, that which a bank holds lots of money, and they are looking to give to the other people who really want to become an entrepreneur, or they really want to succeed in life. They're willing to lend. But the biggest thing is we don't profile ourselves to get the money. Then while I was working in Hudson Bay Company, and I saw a small ad in the paper saying that one bungalows is for sale, and it has like 3 kitchens. So suddenly I figured out that they should have 2 basement apartments. And I went there. As I told you, they had like 3 units. So I rented the 2 units. Fortunately, I able to convince my father-in-law to get my one of the apartment. And since I already convinced her daughter, I able to convince him too.
Okay, very cool. Go ahead.
So then I put an ad and I rent the basement or 2 basement. And one of my friend, he came and lived with us. So I'm getting around $1,250 in the basement income, and my mortgage was 1,200. This was 1997. Then suddenly in 2000, light bulb came up and said, "Oh my God, I didn't pay my mortgage." Sometimes you do something more often, but you don't realize it. Yeah. Then I figured out. Oh, then I use other people's money to buy one property every year since 2000. 2000. So every year, I well focused to one property. When I was working in 2008, they gave me the layoff. The manager came to me and said, "Prabha, we have to let you go because they moved our services to IBM India." So, they outsource all our technology services to IBM India. Then he came to, "What you're going to say?" So I strongly able to say to him that, "Thank you very much." And he said, "Why?" So I said, "I financially independent the day you gave me the layoff."
How nice was that?
Oh, then I said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to Florida for a vacation with my wife." And because they gave me 6 months severance and unemployment insurance for 1 year. So the only reason I able to do this while I was doing, I was mentored by great leaders and great authors, all the great speakers. I was to develop my mindset to face all these issues. I am very good fan of Think and Grow Rich. Every time they knock me down, I able to get up with Think and Grow Rich book.
That's awesome. And what's so amazing and what I like so much is the fact that, like you spoke to me behind the scene and everything, is that it's the mindset that you have to really shift when it comes to having that millionaire mindset and training. And like you told me, you were willing to invest in yourself, and you spent well over $150,000. So now $150,000 US Canadian dollars, right?
Yes, that's
into your own personal investment and training of the mind.
Yes,
put yourself in this position. So just speaking to that a little bit about the mindset and what you were willing to invest so that you could say when a person gives you the pink slip, "Thank you very much."
That's a great thing. That's what I really wrote in my book, the chapter called Power of 3M. It's like a recipe you have to have. When they asked me to write a book, I was thinking what chapter is the best chapter I can provide. Then I realized that after going through all these 20 years, I figured out what are the 3 things I have to tell. Then I figured out Power of 3M. The first one, the power M, is mindset. The second one is mentor. And the third one is mastermind group. Yeah, so let's talk about the mindset. Mindset is the thing that, let's say, most of the time when you go and ask the person how much they want to earn in their entire life for a certain period of time, most people can't answer the question. It's like a GPS. You have to tell your mind and say that how much they want in their life. Then all the opportunities comes to you. So you have to know what do you want to be. Let's say if you're a young kid, we always ask them, "What do you want to be?" But we forgot to ask how much you want. Yeah. So once you put it in the mind, your subconscious mind started to search for that without your knowledge. Yeah, without your knowledge. So not only that, you have to learn to get over things quickly. Sometimes in the life, it won't happen all the time. Sometimes the negative happens, sometimes positive. But every time you get a negative thing, you have to get over those negative very quickly.
Very quickly. It's called being resilient.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is like a process. You have to create yourself like a ritual. What are the ways you have to get up? So you have to find a way to calling your very good friend and say, I'm drowning. Can you help me?
I need your support, right?
Support. I'll go and watch for a very nice movie, positive movie, or read a book, read a YouTube videos, or chat with a Facebook friend who is really helping you out. So many things you have to figure out to come up very quickly. That's the biggest secret to set up your mind. Yeah. So another thing, focus on what works for you. Sometimes in the life we spend lots of time what's not working for us. So we spend lots of things what not working for us, and we waste our time. But if you really focus what's really worked for you, and you were awarded, and that time you just go back and redo the things again and again and be expert. So once you become an expert, that people are willing to give up more money for the expertism. The people willing to pay you big dollars. Yeah. So it's all about a mindset. So it's another thing that we have to know that how to avoid the negative people in your life. You may find your ex girlfriend, ex boyfriend. So you have to figure out to how can you if someone is a negative people in your life, how you more quickly you go with him and find a better way to do that. Yeah, because see, something that's the reason I always do my ritual 5 a.m. in the morning. I'll put all my good thoughts in my mind. So I do exercise for my mind before do my exercise to my body.
Cool. So the mental is extremely important, and you have to feed your mind just like you feed your body. And you start with that first because that is where it works from the inside out, right?
Yes, that's right. That's the most important thing to do. So feed your mind with good information daily basis. It has to go through daily basis on your feed your mind before someone going to attack you. Yeah, you prepare yourself how to avoid and dodge. Then you can focus on what you want in your life.
And then, a person, they might wonder, well, what does all this have to do with financial freedom? I thought we were going to talk about money.
Oh, yes.
So the financial freedom, what you're saying, Mr. PrabaHaran, is that you have to set yourself up for success. And it starts with a mental diet first before you can even really get to the money part. Because without the right positive mental mind shifts and training, it'll be very hard to get to that money, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So as you mentioned that, so the second part is about mentor, and you have to have a nice mentor to follow up. So you just find a successful mentor and just copy them in your passion. Find your passion, find the mentor, and cut and paste what mentor already did it.
Right. And right now we're going to talk about you being a mentor because we want them to find you. So that's why we're having this conversation.
Yeah. So, as you said, I created a company called Achievers Wealth Institute. So there I'll teach other people how to fix and improve their credit, your financial freedom. You have to understand that if you want to become an entrepreneur, or if you want to purchase any investments, or even your own first house, so you have to build your credit, and you have to know A to Z in the credit. Okay, that is the fundamental thing. Because think about Valerie, you are building a house. So building a house, you need a footing. I would say that credit is your footing for your financial fundamental. So because so many people, so let's say because sometimes you're not paying your bill for $50, but you can buy the house. How can I think about that?
Yeah.
you can't. Let's say you miss one payment for $50, they're not giving you a mortgage. Don't you have to understand clearly what your rights are, how you can avoid them, and how you can improve them? So credit is a wonderful. One day I'm teaching them how to build your credit and improve your credit.
Very cool. So you get a full day with that, with just that alone.
Yeah, so they've started with the 3 days workshop, Achievers Wealth workshop. The one day I teach about how to build the credit and the credibility. The second day I'm going to talk about how to buy one property every year, the way I did it. And all my students, with the way all my students are doing. At the third day, I'm talking about the entrepreneur in you. So that's the most important thing. Now I'm going to show them a credit. I'm going to show them the money. Now they have to create a plan for them how to achieve their goal. Yeah, so the credit and the real estate is a very good tool, and we can easily set up. Let's say when you buy using other people's money, and if you own $1 million worth of property, it will, let's say in Toronto, in Canada, if you have it for 10 to 20 years, it doubles the value. It's what happened, or everything if you go and check previously, everything is like that. So now we are setting a benchmark and say within 15 years we hold the property for 1 million. 15 years then we working in backwards and say how we can do it in 10 years, how we can do it 5 years, what are the ingredients need to become a millionaire. I call it like a millionaire soup, what are the things we need to become a millionaire.
So PrabaHaran, you have dissected this and put it down into the Achievers Achievers Wealth Institute, into a very fine-tuned process. There's no figuring out of nothing. You guide step by step to make this happen.
Yes, yeah. So my program started like a 2 days that 2 hours they can come and have my seminar, and they don't have to pay anything. I'm going to give lots of tips in those 2 hours and way they can improve their credit and buy properties. And after that, I lead them to come to my 3 days workshop. So the people who come to my 3 days workshop, they like it and they want to see where I'm investing. So I take them for a 1-day tour. In a couple of cities, I will go and see that where my investors are investing. It's like I'm not only saying, I'm showing them.
You're showing. Okay. So this is the bus tour that you do, right?
Yeah, that's the bus tour I'm talking about. After them, okay, now they said, okay, Prabha, everything looks good. Can you mentor me? Then I'll teach them and I want them to become a coach for the next level.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so first you give an appetizer, an introduction. Yes. Okay, this is what to expect. This is what's going down. You break it all down. You get a first-hand look at everything that's going on, and you sharing that. It is so unique that you're doing that, because I don't know of anybody else that does that, you know?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, so that is very unique. The hand holding and take a look. Most people, the seminars, the workshops you go to, it's just all content, all talking at you, all talking to you, but nobody's taking you through the process. So I really commend you on taking people through the process,
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Hands on, actions speak louder than words. So this is what you're providing. So, as our time narrows down, I do want you to take this opportunity and just kind of summarize that 3-tier process again. I think we spoke about the mindset. Then number 2 was what else?
Yes. So the most importantly that you can come to my seminar. So simply go to www.Achievers Wealth Institute. So there's a form you can sign. So we'll tell you when is the next available seminar coming to your area, and you can come and visit our 2 hours free seminar. So from there we can start. And I also wrote a book. So I'm giving up the people who are in Toronto, the first people who call, 10 people who call, they get my free book.
Awesome.
Yes.
And that's the Achievers book, right?
Achievers book, yes.
And what is the number they would call, PrabaHaran?
416-522-3314. And so they can call, and not only that, the people who call, they can, the first 10 people who get the call, give me a call, they can sit with me for 1 hour consultation. How can they set up the foundation for their financial freedom?
Wow, that is so generous of you. I love that. Thank you. You're so kind. Then the last thing I want to know before we hang up and say goodbye is this whole thing about creating the 1 million millionaires. How generous in heart and in nature are you? What brought that about?
Oh, that's because when I did this one and said, why not 1? Why is 1? Why not million? Because then since I'm a self-made millionaire through real estate, and said, only thing is, as long as you are using other people's money and owed $1 million worth of property, anyone can become a millionaire by default. And as long as someone paying the mortgage and someone giving you the money. And you have to master of leverage everything. These things. When you master of the credit and master of other people's information and master of the time, you can be a millionaire for sure.
For sure. So I like that the confirmation is for sure. I love the confirmation that we can be millionaires for sure. My goodness, you are truly the master. And I'm so fortunate I had the opportunity to meet you and to talk with you. And our program has come to a close, Mr. PrabaHaran. So I do want to say that I have so enjoyed you being here with me. And I don't take lightly that you took your time out to be with us and share this invaluable information. So he's left all the details here for you to respond and get in and become the millionaire that you've always knew and dreamed to be. So on that note, Mr. PrabaHaran, I love you dearly. And we're going to say goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have been listening to the Rich Flow of Life podcast with host Valerie Kanay. We're most appreciative you took the time to be with us, and thank you. For more action, go subscribe to Valerie Kanay Talks YouTube channel and like us on Facebook at Valerie Kanay Talks and follow us on Twitter at Valerie Kanay. Until next time, we love ya.